Alright, we're going to take the carburetor off the Murray today and see what is causing the gas leak. Just got two screws on the top here. This is just like a blank cover. Covers the air filter here, and of course the carburetor is right behind there. So let's get this cover off. And we got these covers off and the air filter off on the Murray 6.5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine here. And I'm going to go ahead and pinch the line here. I doubt there's any gas in this tank. Looked like everything had leaked out of here. But we're going to pinch that just in case, because I don't want any gas to pour anywhere. We've got two 3/8-inch bolts down here, and we're going to take this carburetor off. And the carburetor's off this big 6.5 horsepower overhead valve engine. And here's the carburetor. No gas came out of this at all. I took the vice grip off, so that tank is dry. It all leaked out. And here's our carburetor. It's actually very clean. This mower and motor is not that old. So this carburetor's got the opposite problem of the Troy built I fixed recently, whereas it was not letting any gas in. This one was not closing the needle into the seat, and gas was pouring out from right through here. And it just drained the whole tank. So we're going to clean this outside first and take this bowl off and see if it is stuck. Wide open, and I've got a couple of parts here. I've got a new needle and seat, because if that seat is worn, that would also cause it to leak. Little rubber seat that goes in there. I'll show you where that's at. And I got a full kind of generic gasket kit, which about the only thing I probably would need, if any of this, would be the bowl gasket, the big one here, and maybe the nut gasket. So let's get this cleaned up and get this carburetor apart. This could be interesting to see, because I blew some carburetor cleaner in here, and all kind of yucky yellow stuff came running out of here. You can kind of see it in here, and looks like maybe some water. So we've got some yucky stuff I've already seen, and I didn't got the bowl off yet. Ah, there was more yucky stuff. So we've got some contamination in there that's got something going on here. It did not want to come out, but it did. And that looks pretty bad. So I'm glad I got the gasket kit. Look at the bowl there. There's trash and contamination. So we got a nasty carburetor. Let's see if I can get this off. Alright, I'm going to stop this and see if I can get this bowl off. Try to save the gasket. Moment of truth here. I got this loose while I'm trying to save the gasket, because I got a new one. If we can just kind of pop this off gingerly, and it's got this very stagnant gas smell about it. Yeah, the float's actually stuck in the bottom of this bowl, so it's that is the I can't believe this thing actually ran. Yeah, it was definitely stuck down. Ooh, yes. Oh boy, this thing is a mess. An absolute mess. Goodness gracious. I'm not even sure I can get this pin out. Alright, let me work on this a bit. Alright, I got this pin out. Just going to start dropping parts in here. Clean these separately. And let's see what this looks like. Oh, this thing is all stuck in here. This needle is stuck. There we go, we got it out, but yep, it is a clogged up mess. That's the seat that I was talking about, the little rubber piece. It actually looks okay in here, it's just all gummed up in here. So we're going to clean this out and see if we can get this float to rise up and down and get this back together. Well, the carburetor is all clean now. I kind of used a pen to go through all these little holes just to make sure nothing was really clogged up here. And I went ahead and took this pen and pulled out this little rubber seat. I don't really see anything wrong with it. It does feel a little bit brittle. I'm going to replace that and the needle since I have a new kit. And I'm going to go ahead and replace this bowl gasket as well, just to make sure we can solve all the leaks if it was indeed leaking from there. But it sure looked like the float was sticking in here, but we're going to do that next. And we're going to get the new seat in here. Sometimes there's different ways to put this in, but you can just put it on the end of the needle. You can guide it in there. And there we go. And kind of press it down. Feel pretty good. Then you can kind of find a drill bit and tap that in there as well. So let's finish this up here. Alright, so we got the new seat in and the float is sitting like it should. And I can blow in this hole and it doesn't any air go in, and of course when the float goes up, air will go in, so that's a good thing. I'm going to put the bowl back on now, and I've already put a new gasket around here. And I got a new bowl nut as well. I'll make sure I can still blow in there again, which will tell me that the float is opening and closing. Isn't this fun? We'll blow in here one more time. If you should be able to blow in it like this, which I can. Turn it upside down and nothing. So that tells me it is going up and down. So I'm going to tighten this up and let's put the carburetor back on. Carburetor's back on. I put some gas in here, so I'm just watching it. I don't see any leaks so far. We'll give it a few more minutes and I'm going to go ahead and put the air filter back on and see if any prime goes in, and then we'll be ready to give this a start. Well, we're getting prime now and it's not leaking. So it's definitely priming. No leak from the carburetor. So we're ready to put the air filter back on and give this a start.